Well, hello again to all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. Georgia Beer Views back at you today with another one. I'm really excited about this series. Starting with this one here, I've got four of these beers to review. This one is from Artisanal Brewworks. It is the Warheads Extreme Sour Green Apple. This beer is courtesy of Craft Beer Pours. So I will post a link to his channel in the description below. Brian and Trish, really cool cats up in the Boston area, up there in Massachusetts, sent me a 4-pack variety pack of the Warheads sour beers, plus a few other local brews, which I will be reviewing on my channel as well. When I was growing up, I really loved Warheads. It was probably that Runts, the banana Runts, pretty much all of the Warheads. I wasn't a big candy person, but I do remember I loved Warheads. Anyway, I digress. Besides the point here. So I figured I would start with the green apple because the green apple was always my least favorite Warhead. I'm not a big green apple person, but I do love sour ales, and I think this is going to be really good. So Artisanal Brewworks is out of New York, Saratoga Springs, New York, and under special agreement. So it's a collaboration between the Warheads people and Artisanal Brewworks. They have a website, artisanalbrewworks.com. I did look at the website. They are open. The brewery had been closed for a while because of all the COVID-19 stuff. They are open. They have outdoor seating. Of course, you can order beer and go pick it up, that type of thing. I don't know if they serve food as well, but they are open for business as far as picking up beer is concerned and sitting out on their patio and enjoying a few brewskis. All right. Canned on 7/24/2020, so super fresh. All right. No real head with this one. A little bit of a fizzy head. It is green. It's green apple colored. Just it's the same color as the actual Warhead. Ooh, wow! It actually smells better than I thought. It's got the green apple note, but it's not overpowering. That's pretty much all I'm getting. I'm not getting anything that would indicate that this is a beer, but it doesn't smell like one of those weird malt beverages, malt liquors, anything like that. It just smells like a green apple Warhead. Mm. It smells, from the aroma, it smells like it's going to be more sweet, not necessarily sour. So I'm interested to see if I'm picking up on any of the sourness with the palate. But from the aroma alone, it just smells like a really nice, pretty light though on the aroma. Nice light green apple aroma. That's pretty much it. I'm not picking up on anything else. So I'm salivating here. Without further ado, let's get into this brew. Cheers, guys. Okay. You're getting that green apple. It's really nice. It's not overpowering. There is a little bit of sourness that I'm picking up on with the palate that I wasn't getting on the aroma. There was nothing on the aroma that would indicate that this was going to be a pretty sour beer. It just smelled like that sweet green apple. There's some sourness on the palate. And as you sip on it, that sourness builds. Just like when you're sucking on the Warhead candy, that sour coating, it just kind of it you get the green apple at first, and then that sourness builds and builds and builds, and then it dies down, and you get more of the green apple. But there's a definite sour punch with this beer. It's interesting because this doesn't really remind me of a beer. I mean, it does have a little bit of a breadiness in the middle of the sip, but it's mostly just like a liquid Warhead drink. Mm. All of them are 5% ABV. Like I said, I started with this one because green apple is actually my least favorite of the Warheads flavors. Extreme sour. It's not as sour as the candy. but it's definitely sour. And the more I sip on it too, there's a little bit more of that breadiness, that malt backbone kind of building as you sip on it. So it's definitely got a nice little beer backbone to it once you get into it and you get past those sour green apple warhead type flavors. This is really enjoyable. It's relatively light bodied at 5%. You could drink a few of these. It's sweet, but it's not cloyingly sweet. It's not overly done. There's probably not too much sugar added to this. It's actually less sweet than the candy itself. Once you get through that sourness, it's not as sweet. Um, it does have a nice little balance to it between the sweet and the malty, and then it drops off pretty quickly on the finish. I'm not getting any bitterness, but that's not really to be expected with this type of beer anyway, because the candy is very sour, sweet and sour. There's no bitterness to the candy. That's pretty much what I'm getting with the drinking experience, with a little bit of that bready malt character to let you know that you're drinking a beer, albeit a very flavored beer with not a ton of beer flavor. Although more so with the beer flavor than you would get with a flavored malt beverage, which technically has a beer base to it. This one is definitely more beer-like than that. I'm really enjoying it. The carbonation is on the medium to almost high side. Like I said, the body is relatively light. It's crisp. It's clean. It's refreshing. It's got that sour little kick on. Ooh, there you go on the finish. So that carbonation is building. Really enjoyable. Really loving this beer. Thanks again to Brandon and Trish over there at Craft Beer Pours for sending this to me. Really enjoying this. It's unique. It's so different than what I'm used to with a beer. So it's a nice, refreshing twist on a sour, but it still does have that beer backbone, albeit light with the malt character. But if you love Warheads, if you're somebody like me who grew up and used to love getting the Warheads candies, you're really gonna like this beer, because that's exactly what it is. It's reminiscent of the Warheads candy, but for a beer lover, it's a great product. I'm going to give this one a 92. It's an A minus. It'd probably be a 95, 96, 97. If you really like the green apple flavor. Me personally, I'm looking forward to getting into the blue raspberry, the black cherry, some of the other flavors, just because those were my go-tos with the Warhead candies. So I think I'm going to like those flavors a little bit more. But this is still an excellent beer nonetheless. 92 out of 100. It's just it's unique, and it's a really interesting, different drinking experience than what you might be used to with the beers that you've run across in the past. So if you can get your hands on the Artisanal Brewworks Warheads Extreme Sour Green Apple, I highly recommend that you do so. It is definitely worth a try. It's got that spot-on green apple flavor, nice little bit of malt backbone, well-balanced alcohol mass, well light, crisp, clean, refreshing, easy drinking with a nice sour punch. You can't go wrong. So 92 out of 100. That'll do it for this beer review, guys. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. And until next time, everybody, cheers.